Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Khairuddin. It's a precious change for me to be your master of ceremony on this very special occasion, the seminar about national income. Praise be to Allah. We express our gratitude because thanks to His grace, we can still gather together to gain knowledge from extraordinary resource person. Even though I must be done online. May we stay healthy always. Before starting the event, please allow me to Khairuddin as MC this morning to read off agenda. The first opening, the second submission of material, and finally closing. Alright, let's just go to the next event, which will be guided by the moderator. Welcome.
Thank you to the MC. And just directly, the next event is the narrowing of the material that will be delivered by both presenters. But before, I want to say a little so that information is easy to understand. Therefore, it is expected for all of to pay attention and following this mini seminar as well as possible. Furthermore, immediately we please to the presenter to deliver the material. We please.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I'm Tiara Fariza and my friend Ilham Hidayat will discuss about national income. Here, I will discuss the meaning of national income, the benefits of national income, and the concept of national income. First, I will discuss what is national income. National income is the amount of income received by family household in the country from sector of production in a certain period of time, usually for 1 year. Then what are the benefits of national income? Getting information about the level of community prosperity. If you want to know how big the level of prosperity of the people in the country, the government usually calculates national income. Of course, knowing the level of prosperity will make the government obtain various other information that can affect the level of the country's economy. For example, the quality of life of the community, to the standard of living in the community, comparing economic performance in various sectors with regions. From there it can be seen which areas are more developed or have good economic performance. Usually the evaluation by the government of the economic policies that they have done so far, helping government measure change and evaluate what happens. If calculate for national income, the government of a country will immediately know how big the level of prosperity of its people. Usually, the evaluation by the government of the economic policies they have done so far, because the result of this calculation will determine the graph of a country economic change from time to time. Knowing economic growth every year. Of course, the government will calculate this national income every year. That way, it can indirectly help the government to find out what kind of economic growth is. Is it uphill, the occurrence of stagnation, or slump? By knowing this economic growth every year, this can help the government to evaluate the exciting economic policies so far. Knowing state expenditure, well, this income calculation will allow you to find out how much the state spend in one period. When knowing state spending, economists can determine whether the country can spend too much or vice versa. In addition, it also suggests various policies that are even better. and comparing countries' economic growth. The last benefit by calculating national income is that you can compare the economy of one country to another, not only in terms of profit, but also from the amount of income, etc. Next, what factors affect national income? The first is consumption and saving. Consumption is the total expenditure to obtain goods and services in the economy within a certain period of time, or usually 1 year, while saving part of the income that is not used for consumption. Between consumption, income, and saving are very closely related. We can see this from Keynes' opinion, known as psychological consumption, which discuss people behavior in consumption when it is associated with income. The second is investment. Expenditure on investment is one of the important components of aggregate expenditure. Investment is the activity of placing capital in the form of money or other valuable asset into an object, institution, or party with the hope that the investor will obtain a profit after a certain period of time. Third, there is aggregate supply and demand. An increase in aggregate demand tends to result in an increase in the price level and national output or national income, which in turn reduces the unemployment rate. A decrease in the level of aggregate supply tends to increase price, but will reduce national output or national income and increase unemployment. The next material will be explained by my friend. To Ilham Hidayat, I invite you.
Factors that affect national income are consumption and saving, investment, and aggregate supply and demand. The concept of national product, namely gross domestic product, gross national product, net national product, net national income, personal income, and disposable income. National income concept. The national income is the total amount of income incurring to a country from economic activity in year's time. It includes payment made to all resort either in the form of wage, insert, rent, and profit. Gross domestic product. Gross domestic product (GDP) is the standard measure of the value added created through the production of goods and services in country during a certain period. As such, it also measures the income earned from that production or the total amount spent on final goods or service. While GDP is the single most important indicator to chapter economic activity, it falls short of providing a suitable measure of people material well-being, for which alternative indicator may be appropriate. Gross national product. Gross national product (GNP). Total market the value of the final good and service product by a national economy during a specific period of time, usual a year, computed before allow is made for the depreciation or consumption of capital used in the process of production. National product (NNP) is the monetary value of finished good and service product by a country citizen offers and domestically in gift period. It is a equivalent of gross national product (GNP), the total value of a national annual output minus the amount of GNP required to purchase new goods to maintain existing stock, otherwise known as description. Net national income. Net national income (NNI) is defined a gross national income minus the description of fixed capital assets through wear and tear and obsolescence. This indicator is available in different measures. Personal income. In economic, personal income refers to individual total aiming from wages, investment, enterprise, and other ventures. It is the sum of all the income referred by all the individual or household in country during the year from all sources. In general, it refers to all product and money that you receive. Disposable income. Disposable income, also known as disposable personal income, DPI, is the amount of money that an individual or household has to spend or save after income tax have been deducted. At the macro level, disposable personal income is closely monitored as one of the key economic indicators used to gauge the overall state of economic. National income calculation method. The income method of calculating national income focus on the product perspective. Now, product of goods service involved the use of land, labor, capital, and so on. And if we consider this factor of production, income is general variance, wages, salaries, profit, and interest. Income approach. The income approach, sometimes referred to as the income capitalist approach, is the type of real estate appraisal method that allows investors to estimate the value of property based on the income the property generates. Production approach is a method used by salespeople to approach prospects in which salespeople demonstrate the product feature and benefit as they work up the prospect. This is the end of our presentation. Thank you your attention.
Thank you for all of the presenters. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now we are come to the option, question, and the answer session. Before that, please raise your hand, stand up, and don't forget to mention your name. Any question maybe? If not, let's move on to the next event. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, we are come to the last event. We would like to say thank you again for this center and all of the audience for active participation. The conclusion of presentation today is hopefully the presentation will give benefit for us. I am Gisma Herawati as moderator. Please shine. Thank you for your attention. See you later.
This is the material presented. Thank you very much to the speakers, moderators, and those who have listened to this mini seminar from beginning to end. And thank you for the excellent material. Hopefully, we can all take the meaning and benefit of the material. Finally, we come to the end of the event. Let's close this event by saying Lafaz Hamdalah. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your coming and attention. Final word from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.